Hello everyone, so today I am doing this really fun pastel and shimmery look. So we're just going to jump right into it. I am doing everything in purple and gold today on the eyes, but I'm going to start with my brows. So I am brushing them out because I'm going to be using my little red wine brow gel tinting peel off stuff. This is the stuff I got from Temu. I reviewed it. I'll leave that linked so you guys can see a full review of it. But since I'm using it again, you can probably figure out that I did enjoy it. So I am just going to coat my brows with a decent amount of this product. It's definitely one that you have to get used to and play around with a little bit, but I would say it is a really good product if you're someone like me who doesn't have a lot of brow hair. And even when you fill in with a powder or a cream, it's very obvious you don't have brow hair. This tints the brows really, really well and lets you shape them and play with them, kind of experiment a little bit, and it lasts a very long time. So it definitely makes your brow hairs look more natural, and you could even use this and then after you peel it off, go in with another brow product to fill them out even more if you choose. Next step is just to prime our eyes. I'm using my little pot concealer instead of the Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. This is a full coverage concealer that I got on Temu as well. Again, I'll leave that video linked. But this one is really good for base stuff. I found that some of my other concealers that are meant to brighten don't work as well as an eye primer, obviously because it's not their intention. But this one is nice and sticky and gives me enough room to blend and pack on top of it, but also, block out the hyperpigmentation I have on my lids and make for a really nice light base. So now I am going in with this color from the It's My Pleasure palette by Colourpop. It's kind of a light fuchsia color, probably as close to a pastel fuchsia as you can get. And I'm just smudging this on with a big eyeshadow brush as our transition color. This will just be so we can get a nice blend on that purple, because some purples tend to be a little bit chalky. I found Colourpop shadows don't have that chalkiness with the purples, but I still like to lay down a transition color. So now I'm going in with this very light kind of powdery lilac. This is from another Colourpop palette that I'm not sure that they have anymore. But it was like the Good Vibes set, like there were 3 pastel sets. So I'm using the most pastel purple in this in my crease. I'm just using an angled fluffy brush to add this in. I'm not going for a really deep set crease. This is more so just supposed to be a light and kind of airy looking. So I'm going to wing it out just a touch to give it a nice finish. But I'm really going to pack on that purple. I think I probably did 2 or 3 layers just so that it didn't get lost with all the other stuff I'm going to be doing on my face. And then I went into the Grogu palette from Colourpop as well and picked out this kind of gold foiled shimmery color. You can see there how much of a payoff it has. This is with a dry brush. If you used a wet brush, I feel like it would just absolutely melt onto the eyelids. It would be just incredible. But I think I had a great payoff just on its own as well. So I'm just adding this straight to the lid, being sure to place it very, very gently and carefully so it doesn't get all over my face. And the brush I'm using is a Real Technique Dome Packer brush, and I really like that brush. Then I'm going in with this liquid liner. It is purple. The color of the packaging is the color that it is. I just thought I'd change it up from the big like black wing that I do all the time. I got a bunch of these colored liners and they work really well, so I wanted to play with them a bit. Just adding on some mascara, and then of course I will add lashes. I did kind of a lifted lash. I wanted more of just that natural sort of, maybe you got your eyelashes permed look than a big wispy feathery lash for this look. I really wanted that glitter and shimmer to shine. Onto the base, I'm using my Makeup Revolution or Revolution Makeup, whatever they're called now, Conceal and Define, and then using a brush to buff this all in. This is a Real Techniques buffing brush as well. I really like their brushes. I highly recommend them in BH. Then using my Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer, I'm just going to highlight and contour my face. highlighting my cupid's bow the way that where I just kind of draw my cupid's bow back in with the concealer has been making my lips look so even and full and amazing. So that's definitely like my favorite makeup trick right now. And I'm just blending this out under the eyes as well, being sure not to cover up any of that purple. This is definitely like a full glam. This is not, like the colors are light and airy, but the actual makeup itself is not. So then I am just contouring using my little new contouring brush I got from Temu, which is really light and bendy, which is super nice to help me blend out this contour. And my contour is from e.l.f. It's the same one I use all the time. It's just a shade darker. And I added a little bit to the nose, and I went back in. My cheeks were not carved out enough, in my opinion, so I added some more. And then I took this black just pencil, like it's an actual pencil liner, and added this to my lower lash just to define it a little bit more, bring out that green in my eyes even more. This is a great look if you have green eyes, because the purples really bring those green pigments out. And then the black I just smudged with a pencil brush, so it wasn't too harsh. I wanted to lighten it up a bit. It's more so there just for defining the eye than actually looking dark and smoky. So using a little bit of liquid blush, I'm still figuring out what the right amount of this is. I used a regular old blush brush from Clinique that I got like in a free giveaway at one point to blend this stuff out. And as you can see, it's still a work in progress. I found you have to work pretty quickly with this product, and then I usually have to go back over it with my foundation sponge or brush. So then I went in with a purple highlight. I believe this is ColourPop Hippo. It's really old. And I added that just to keep the purple theme going. And then for the lips, I decided to do kind of a berry lip. I just decluttered a bunch of my makeup, so I found a bunch of stuff I wanted to try. So I just lined my lips with my NYX pencil, my usual one. I cannot remember the color name for the life of me, and I'm pretty sure it has been sharpened off by this point. And then I used half-caked cosmetics, or half-caked makeup. There's a couple brands that the name is really similar. When I got these, they were called Caked, but they have a different name now. So I used their color Sweet Tooth. It is a matte lip fondant, I believe is what they call it. It's been a while since I used these products, but I really love this lipstick. And I forgot to shoot what it looked like when it was all said and done. So here's a picture of me for when it was all done. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.